Forza Roma!
Anywhere you go, there are cultural customs and expectations you should observe, and Italy might have more regulations than others. Research can help you have a seamless and comfortable vacation to the city when it comes to eating, acting in public, and transportation. Are you wondering how much to tip? Wishing to avoid looking like a clueless tourist? Well, don't worry, because today we'll discuss what not to do in Rome. Romans are often hospitable. However, it is advisable to be aware of several things that they find challenging to accept. The main principle is don't do what the Romans don't. Since while certain visitor customs are mildly amusing, others are downright rude. We've created a list of things to avoid doing in Rome as a result. 1. Don't order a cappuccino after breakfast. The taboo against ordering a cappuccino after noon is undoubtedly the most well-known Italian food ethic. Cappuccinos are frequently taken first thing in the morning with a sweet pastry and are regarded as a breakfast coffee. Italians are all about digestion, thus the high milk content is supposed to hinder digestion after lunch. It's the reason they have digestive liqueurs, black coffee after dinner. Italians place a high value on proper digestion and think that a cappuccino will be too heavy to consume after a meal. Any time of day is appropriate for a cafe macchiato if you need an add of milk to your coffee, but of course, Italians will still tell you that the milk competes with the rich and pure flavor of coffee. Number 2. Don't eat in a rush. Italians are known for lingering over their lengthy lunch and supper meals because they view these times as sacred. They're still expected to pull up a stool to informal business, perch at the bar while you eat, or take your order to go and find a seat on a bench in a nearby park. Even if street food is a trend that has been spreading throughout the city. Italians avoid eating and drinking when they are out and about, and you shouldn't either. The exception to this rule is gelato. Number 3. Plan your itinerary carefully. Due to the fact the majority of restaurants are managed by families, many are closed 1 or 2 days every week in order to take a break, usually Sunday or Monday, but occasionally Wednesday. Before you enter a store, confirm its hours because many are closed on Monday mornings, except for the Colosseum and Vatican institutions. Most museums in Rome are closed on Mondays. Additionally, the post office has a reputation for closing at unusual hours, such as 1:35 on weekdays. If you can, we advise you to stay away from the post office. Make careful to investigate opening days and hours because Rome does not operate on a 24/7 basis. Tickets for public transportation typically cost €1, though costs will likely increase starting in June, and are good for one metro ride or 75 minutes on a bus. Get a pass that permits unlimited use of the buses, metro, and trams if you plan to utilize public transportation frequently. A BTI ticket costs €11 and is good for 3 days. A CIS pass is €16 and is valid for 7 days, and a monthly pass is €30 and is valid for 1 month. To be able to show the pass to a ticket inspector if necessary, you must verify the pass the first time you use it using one of the tiny yellow machines at the entrance to the metro stations or on buses. As an alternative, the Roma Pass offers free public transportation in addition to admission to the majority of tourist attractions. Number 4. Do not eat and litter in piazzas. This should be common respect and courtesy, but it just doesn't always happen. The famed fountains of Rome are now off limits to eating and drinking. According to Rome's mayor, Virginia Raggi, they may seem harsh for a city with so much visible cultural heritage, but historical preservation costs money. The city must do everything in its power to help keep its monuments standing for decades to come. Luxury Italian company Bulgari has refurbished the Spanish Steps. The chairman even considered building a fence to prevent barbarians from lounging on the city steps, which were reportedly littered with chewing gum and rubbish. Dining is a social activity best enjoyed at a table. Number 5. Don't expect your usual customer service. American tourists frequently lament the poor quality of the customer service in Italy. Customer service is not valued as highly in Italy as it is in other nations with more commercial mindsets due to a variety of cultural factors, including lower incomes and mobility, as well as the significance of leisure and time over production. Italian clients and consumers are expected to battle for what they want rather than expecting to receive it, and it's not taught to new employees with the same rigor as it would be in work training in the United States. Number 6. Don't be shy. Be confident while requesting what you need or voicing your discontent. It's no wonder that Italians are masters of the arts, in part due to their fastidiousness, as they are notorious for nitpicking over the smallest details and are very communicative and expressive about their wants. Inform the server if he serves you the incorrect food. If you see a queue forming, don't be hesitant to ask questions to clarify what's going on or to go forward. Don't wait at the back of the line. Strongly yet gently assert yourself. Number 7. Try to achieve balance on showing skin. Italians place a high value on aesthetics and appearance because they take great interest in decorum and la bella figura, or the lovely form. It's ideal to run outside in a park, beside a river, or first thing in the morning if you're in Rome. Most essential, when running through the city's core, you must be properly attired. If you're running in public shirtless or with a very short sports bra on, police will stop you. Being half naked in the open on public streets is inappropriate, much like covering up in church. Number 8. Don't rely on time set by public transit. Rome's public transit system is one of its biggest issues. It is sluggish, unreliable, and far from what you would expect in a major city. Bus tickets must be purchased in advance at a tabashi in the city rather than right before boarding. The problem doesn't end there. Before leaving, plan your route using Google since bus stops are not usually obvious. Plan ahead and leave early, minimizing your chances on public transportation as much as possible. Keep in mind that you could have to wait 30 minutes for a bus to arrive. Although the metro and trams are more dependable than the buses, regular strikes halt traffic. Number 9. Always be mindful and present. Rome is a generally safe city, but Italy has a bad reputation for pickpockets, so be vigilant on public transportation and near tourist attractions. When taking the subway or bus, women should hold on to their purses, and males should keep their wallets in their front pockets. Keep your money and identification in different purses while traveling. Periodically check on both. Never store valuables in an outside pocket. Never, not even for a few minutes, leave anything unattended. Take meticulous care of your iPhones because they are currently the most targeted and stolen commodities. Even though small thefts are frequent, they tend to target tourists who appear clueless. Show that you are conscious of your surroundings and you won't encounter any difficulties in the city. But on the flip side of the coin, Italians are friendly, talkative individuals who enjoy conversing, especially with strangers. Never be reluctant to engage in conversation with locals in Italian, especially at coffee shops, restaurants, and retail establishments. It's simple to meet people while traveling in Rome because this country's citizens enjoy making friends from across the world and are eager to practice their English. Number 10. Don't be afraid to get lost in Rome. Rome's beauty is found in its narrow, winding lanes, secret passageways, and pleasant surprises. Even in the crowded historic center, turning down a narrow alley might take you into a very local neighborhood and out of the way of the crowds. For instance, Trastevere is renowned for being a tourist and study abroad students' refuge, yet the streets near the Santa Salicia Church are more tranquil and feel more authentic. The majority of the people in Monteverde are locals, so take a stroll down to the end of Trastevere to find it. For more authentically Roman neighborhoods, consider exploring those further from the center like Pigneto and Garbatella. Your spirit of exploration will be grateful. So what do you think? Which Roman customs and cultural behaviors surprised you? Do you think you have a better grasp of the culture now? What are your thoughts on Rome? Let us know by sharing your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like always, keep safe and we'll see you on our next video.